Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today. And this story takes place in Scotland. Before we talk about the Valium Factory and the court case relating to that, we have to pay respects to the 3 men that died in Wednesday's Stonehaven rail tragedy. It has been revealed by rail investigators that the train hit a landslide and derailed. The Evening Express newspaper reports that 3 people died after the Aberdeen to Glasgow Queen Street service crashed south of Stonehaven. Train driver Brett McCullough, conductor Donald Dinnie and passenger Christopher Stutchbury were all killed in the incident. 6 people were also injured and 2 of them remain in hospital in a stable condition. The leading power car and the 3rd passenger train fell from the railway down a wooden embankment after striking a section of bridge that was destroyed. In a report published by the Rail Accident Investigation Bureau, it was revealed at 6:38 am, ScotRail service from Aberdeen to Glasgow was forced to turn back from Stonehaven due to bad weather. The train left Aberdeen at 6:38 and departed Stonehaven on time shortly after. After heading southbound, the train was stopped near Carmont, and after a radio message from a signaller after a train heading north reported a landslip blocking the line between Carmont and Lawrencekirk. The train was instructed to return to Aberdeen. After travelling 1.4 miles back towards Stonehaven, the train hit a landslide. As the line curved to the right, the train continued on a straight line for about 90 metres until it hit a section of the bridge that then caused it to crash. The 2nd car was then overturned onto its roof. The 4th passenger carriage remained upright and attached to the rear power car. It also came to rest on the 1st carriage. A Network Rail spokeswoman said in a statement, "The control centre was alerted to the fatal derailment in Aberdeenshire in under 10 minutes. A statement from the RAIB said, "We are currently collecting evidence needed to identify factors relevant to the cause of the accident and also the consequences of it." So some condolences to the families of those involved and the tragic loss. And the Liverpool Echo is reporting today that people in Aberdeenshire are calling for a boycott of the Sun newspaper, similar to what Liverpool did after the Hillsborough disaster, where people in Scotland are shocked and appalled at their choice of headline. They ran with the headline, "The Death Express," with a picture of the train driver who died in the incident. The editor of the newspaper has written an apology to the readers after a petition that was signed by 30,000 people. And in this next story, it's about a Valium factory, a production factory. We've done some of these in the Netherlands, and to see one so close in Scotland is quite a surprise. Drugs boss Michael Shek was living the high life, they said, running a secret factory that was churning out millions of pounds worth of drugs, Valium pills called the Blue Plague. The 35-year-old splashed out on 10 grand Rolex watches and designer clothes despite trying to keep his Valium lab under the radar. Shek was jailed last week and previously seen showing off a Porsche 911 Turbo he cruised around in, and insiders said he was known for flaunting his wealth. A source said that Shek was living it up while peddling misery and flooding the country with Valium. He would swagger about and show off his designer clothes and flashy cars, but everyone knew how he got his money. Shek should have been ashamed about what he did, they said, but he was bold as brass. Valium is a very popular drug, and he spent most of the ill-gotten gains, they said, without any care in the world for the effects that it had on its victims. He was an ex-army soldier, and him and his accomplice James Carroll, who was 56, were handed a total of 9 years last week after admitting producing pills in a 4,000 square foot industrial unit in Johnstone in Renfrewshire. Cops swooped on the makeshift lab and found powder and etazolam pills linked to hundreds of deaths as well that were worth more than £400,000. The powder had the potential to produce 772,137 pills worth up to 386,060p, while 5,425 tablets seized had the potential to be sold for nearly £3,000. Photos seized by the Crown Office show substances for mixing drugs: a lorry, a trailer, a pill press, a mixer, a funnel, scales, masks, paper suits and also gloves. When cops raided the unit last April, Carroll of Renfrew was washing a BMW while Shek was wearing gloves and dusty clothes. He dropped a metal pill punch, which is used to make the tablets. The police seized his £10,000 watch, and £5,500 in cash was later seized from his home. Judge Lord Mulholland told how the operation was an industrial scale, and he caged the pair at the High Court in Glasgow. He sentenced Carroll to 5 years and 3 months behind bars, while Shek was jailed for 3 years and 9 months. Lord McCullough said this was a pill factory. Both men were also hit with 3 years serious crime prevention order, stopping them from associating with each other when they are released. Kenny Donnelly, the prosecution for the High Court, said, "I hope the sentences imposed send a strong message to anyone who thinks that this is the right path to take." So it's a very interesting story, and I'd like to hear people's opinions on this. And I really appreciate all our Scottish subscribers that send us the stories to react to every single day. And please continue to do so. So I really appreciate you joining me today. Please don't forget to like the video. It really does help. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.